Greetings, it's Father Mike here. I have some important announcements concerning the guidelines that we'll have for when we return to having Mass together here in the church. But first I want to express that Father Cyprian and I have been thinking about you. We miss you very much, and saying Mass for you is not the same saying Mass by ourselves or for a camera. So these preparations will be important for our community. So I ask you to listen to this carefully, and we're beginning to make the preparations that are needed to have the public Masses again. We will need your help to make our Masses safe for everyone. Some changes have been put in place that will create an environment that will keep all parishioners safe from illness, but still enable us to celebrate Mass together again. And so listen to this video carefully. You may want to view it 2 or 3 times. The text version will also be on the parish website that will lay out the changes as well. The video, though, will help you to visualize what the church will look and feel like when we have Mass again. If you do not want to return to attending Mass in the church yet at this time, that is still okay. It is a decision that each person must make. The dispensation from attending Sunday Mass still applies. You may continue watching Mass on television if you wish. If you are feeling ill, please do stay home. Also, people over age 65 who have any pre-existing health conditions are encouraged to not attend Mass yet. We have the protocols that I will describe now that will be a first step to attending Mass again. They will help minimize the risk of infection. Please listen and then prayerfully consider what God is calling you to do in response. First, I want to say that the church will be cleaned after each Mass and prepared for the next Mass. All frequently touched surfaces will be cleaned and disinfected, such as doorknobs, tops of the pews, kneelers, and the bathrooms. When you arrive at the church parking lot, before you get out of your car, please remember to put on a face mask. I know that not everyone likes wearing one. I don't particularly like them myself, but they help to make others feel more peace of mind. We need everyone's participation to make it that way. And so please wear a face mask from exiting your car to when you return to it again. Please enter the church only through the front doors along DeSoto Street. It's door 1 on this side and door 7 on the other. The side doors will not be used as entrances. It's important that we have a one-way flow of traffic. When you enter the church, there will be hand sanitizing stations in the entrance. Please sanitize your hands. You may also want to bring a bottle of your own in your pocket. Please then go directly into the church and find a seat. Do not congregate with others in the entrance. No hugs or handshakes, please. Also, please do not go downstairs. That'll save a lot of cleaning for our cleaning crew. Some windows may be opened in the church for ventilation. Please leave them open. We are limited to using only 1/3 of the seating capacity in the church at this time. Only every 3rd pew will be open for seating. As you can see, these 2 pews are marked off. The pew behind it is open. That'll be our open seat. This will provide a safe distance of 6 feet between people seated in the pews. When you come into the church, please take the first open seat in the pew farthest to the front. No more filling up the back pew first. We need to fill up the church from the front to the back with no unused seats in the open pews that we have. With each open pew, I've marked 3 places. As you can see, one on this side, there's one in the middle, and one on the far end. Each space is enough for 1 or 2 people. Larger family groups may sit together and take up 2 of the marked spots in the space in between. Only people who live in the same house may sit together. Please always maintain at least 6 feet of separation between you and other family groups. When you are seated in the pew, you will notice that the hymnals have been removed and put away. Use of them can spread the virus, and so we cannot use them at this time. We will have to choose hymns that everyone knows. Mass will continue as normal with the introductory rites and the liturgy of the Word. During Mass, we will not have altar servers present. We will have a lector, as they can keep more distant. Eucharistic ministers of the cup will not be needed, since we cannot give communion in that way. Later, during the liturgy of the Eucharist, please remember that we cannot hold hands during the Our Father, nor extend a handshake during the sign of peace. The distribution of communion will not be held at its regular time during the Mass. It is much easier to give communion to everyone and maintain social distance if it is given immediately after Mass. When walking down the aisle to receive communion, remember to keep a good distance between yourself and the person in front of you. Tape has been placed on the floor to help you know where to wait. Here at St. Patrick's, we'll be using the side aisles for communion. Instead of exiting, as you normally do, and coming down the center aisle, you'll come out the opposite side. For each side, we'll use its side aisle. That way we'll have two stations for giving out communion. And, here in the tabernacle side, we have this small section up front on the other side. So for this part, there'll be people coming from both sides. So we still can't have two rows of people coming down the aisle. So you have to alternate coming out of your pew from side to side. Communion can only be given in your hand, not by mouth. Please place one hand on top of the other as this and keep your palms flat. The idea is to make it easier for the minister to place the host on your hand without touching your skin. After receiving communion, please exit only through the side door. There's a side door on each side. This will maintain the one-way flow of traffic. However, if you need to use the handicapped access doors in the back to exit the church, you may do so. In that case, return to your seat down the center aisle and wait in the church until it is cleared before exiting. The collection will not be taken up in the usual way. Instead, a basket will be placed near the exit. You may place your envelope in it on your way out. Thank you for your donation. Remember to keep a distance of at least 6 feet between yourself and others as you go back to your car. I want to say a few words about the priest wearing a face mask. The priest will not be able to wear a face mask during the Mass. It will be difficult to be heard over the microphone when speaking through a mask. But during the Mass, the priest will be a significant distance from everyone. However, during the distribution of communion, the priest will use a face mask. Then the microphone will not be needed, and the closer contact with people will make a face mask necessary. The minister will also use hand sanitizer before giving communion. In conclusion, I want to say, do not get discouraged. All these changes might be a bit overwhelming, but they are only a first step. It won't always be like this. Hopefully soon these changes will lead to less restrictions and a time when we can get back to attending Mass as we normally do. To get to that point, we need everyone's help. That means following these guidelines carefully. Thank you for your time and attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call.